Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here live on Thursday night Eastern Standard Time. This is the Eden Army podcast. So great to have you guys with us tonight. Remember, Eden Army is sponsored tonight by Battle Ready Arms for all of your firearm retrofit or firearm needs. Give them a call, and you can go ahead and scan that QR code up there to the right. Now, tonight we have a guest, but we're not 100% sure if her internet's stable enough, right? Jacks is a world traveler, and there's no telling where in the world she's going to end up. Right now, she's off in the desert somewhere. We're trying to work out some technical difficulties. We're going to assume, maybe, that she's going to be on. Not 100% sure yet. We're certainly working on it. Over there on kick.com, I want to thank Dan, Jeff, and Meta for their resubscription. Looks like everybody's in the house. All the normal criminals are over there. Looks like Terry, Russ, of course. Guys, if you don't know, kick.com is where all the cool kids are hanging out. And I just got a note from Russ, who's always in the background, saying we're going to try to get Jacks in with just audio. Well, but she just don't back there. So we'll see what happens. But guys, what have you done this week? What have you done? What have your preparations been for this week? Let's hear it. Let's hear it in the chat, and then we'll kind of fill some time to see if Russ can get Miss Jacks Genega back from Wildcard Wilderness. Fireman Ed in the house, Meta's in the house, guys in the house, Eden Army #1 is in the house. As a matter of fact, let me pop this up right here. There we go. Let's get this up. Let's show. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. There we go. So now we know who's all in the house. Fireman Ed's over there. Larry Dial's in the house. Larry made a trip down south to meet all of us. So that was kind of cool. Not sure why that is. Let's get rid of that. That's an old one. Patrick's in the house over there. Mama Teresa. And Will Gomez. Good to see you guys over there on Kick. Looks like we got about almost 30 viewers on Kick right now. That's kind of cool. Not sure what's going on the other communist social media platforms, but Kick's where it's at anyway, right? So what have we done? What have we done prepper-wise? What preparations have you made this week? Me and Russ taught a firearms class last night. Miss Melissa taught a pressure canning class last night. Guy says he cleaned his water filter, aired out his tent, and got some range time in. What is, let's see what, well, there you go. Picked up a bottle of, Patrick picked up a bottle of Narcan. Congratulations. Good job, Patrick. And who knows when we're going to need that. Oh, really? I mean, we probably could actually use that. Look, we're going to try to get this young lady in, Jacks Genega from Wildcard Wilderness. We're going to try to get her in. We're going to go, no, it looks like she's dropping in and out. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to run a quick promo for Mountain Readiness, and then me and Russ will be right back. There we go. That's Mountain Readiness. Make sure you make it there because we're going to have a lot of cool stuff going on. And you guys know the deal. Russ, let's get Russ in here and see what the progress is with Jacks.
Is in the green room here, and we're going to try to bring Jacks is in the green room, and we're going to try to bring her in. Okay. She is having audible video difficulties, so hopefully she'll be able to be on Audible. But if it doesn't work out, guys, we promise you, and we've already talked with Jacks, we will get her back rescheduled and get her on once she gets back to civilization. So
And plus, we always have a plan. We always have a plan B, so don't worry. There's always a plan B.
B, C, D. We'll just swag it and go from there. So, Pete, I'm gonna go ahead and bring Jacks in, and let's see if we can get this to work.
Bring her in.
Miss Jacks, can you hear us? Jacks, are you there?
No, she's lagging. She is in the woods.
Yeah, she is in the woods. Okay. So it looks like we're not going to be able to make it. But
sorry guys, we'll scrap that for this evening, but we'll get her back here as soon as possible. I promise. Look, that girl's a mover and shaker, right? I mean, she's out and about doing all kinds of stuff, doing all kind of bushcrafting stuff and stuff I don't understand. But let's see. Let's get her back. Let's try one more time. We'll try one more time. Jacks, are you there?
Bueller?
No response. All right, Jacks, we'll hook up later, sweetie. Thanks. All right, sorry guys. That's the nature of the beast, unfortunately.
Nature of podcast.
Yeah, but it is.
I was really looking forward to having Jacks on. She is such a wealth of knowledge when it comes to wildlife survival, and just the things that she's done in her life. I can't wait to have her back on.
We'll get her on. And I tell you what, the one thing, if you guys have never been to a Jacks class, just the time around the fire pit with her is worth the price of admission. I'm going to tell you that right now.
100%. 100%.
Freaking a hoot. So, Russ, we're going to plan B, brother. What's going on in the news today?
Man, I know you already talked about some of the preps of the week, and I really enjoyed teaching a class with you yesterday. This is the second one that we've done since we've been down here. I'm learning a lot as an instructor by teaching with another instructor. You never stop learning, and watching the ladies teach the canning class yesterday, and then Teresa's now going to step up and teach a water bath canning class while we're down here. That's what it's about, sharing that knowledge, guys. And you might not think you have knowledge, but there's someone out there that doesn't know what you know. Share the knowledge.
Well, you nailed it on the head, Russ, because I enjoy going to other firearms classes. I enjoy going because although the material for the most part is the same, I mean, there's only so many things you can do. You pull the trigger, the gun goes bang, and you're either on target or not on target. But how you 100%. Deliver that particular curriculum is something that, I've changed some of my stuff just by listening to TPC rosin the other day. So I've changed a little bit of my mechanics.
Absolutely, as did I. And you and I both are breaking in new holsters. You are learning how to utilize a red dot, and you're getting more and more comfortable with it. Breaking in new holsters and sharing the knowledge that we've gained over years with other people that don't have the knowledge level that we have. But You talked about the news. There's been it's never ending. Now that Trump's been in office, the mainstream media can't keep up with it, much less two simpletons like us.
I know, right?
But
I know.
I guess the biggest news is both Tulsi Gabbard and RFK got confirmed and sworn in, and all we need one more. We need Kash Patel in there, and I think they're going to probably. My guess, I'm thinking sometime next week they're going to invoke the 30-hour rule again, and they'll vote on him next week. I think that's Russ's opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right, Russ. And I also think that there was one before we get into that. There was one holdout from the GOP side.
Oh, absolutely. And we talked about that at supper. I think he knows his days are numbered. We're talking about Mitch McConnell, folks. If you don't know who we're talking about, I think his days are numbered. He knows that he is not cognitively good enough to be in that seat? You mentioned that you thought that he might be a little jealous of the Speaker of the House.
Yeah, that's the
And
one
I
thing
think
that.
he's doing it out of
Yeah, I
spite.
think I think it is. I think it's not only just playing politics. I think what it is I think he's jealous of the way this new Speaker of the House is getting the entire GOP together. Right? I mean, there's never been in my I don't remember this amount of people being confirmed in this short a time, and that all falls back on the Speaker of the House getting all of his people together
Yep,
to vote the right way. And what we have to remember is it's not just the GOPs. This is an agenda by the American people. This is a mandate. They knew, and
exactly.
here's the thing, Russ. Elon Musk are saying we didn't nominate him. We didn't vote for him. We didn't. Well, first of all, nobody voted for Kamala Harris. First of all, to be nominated for president.
Ha!
Let's go there.
All right.
The other thing is, nor did we vote for Fauci. Nor did we vote. Look, why wasn't the Democrats up in arms about Bill Gates in the World Health Organization? Why nobody ever
Mm-hmm.
voted for him? But before Trump took office, he told us Elon Musk was going to run this department. So in essence, by mandate, we did vote for him. So liberals can kiss my butt. That's the way. Battle moves. No, it's not a nice battle mill. Let me put that up on the screen.
Yeah, you're going to end up like Pete and get talked to by X.
Yeah.
Pete got talked to by X.
Yeah,
today. He was a bad boy.
I got my PP smacked by X. It's all right. There's more of it left. It'll be all right. Patrick Seven said, "Don't know if you saw it. I mentioned it earlier. Tennessee is waiving taxes for anyone affected by the hurricane and refunding lax." Wow, no, I did not hear that.
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
Now, if hopefully North Carolina will follow suit, which unfortunately with the Democratic governor, I don't think they will. But speaking of Democratic governors, I saw today on X that Camel Toe is currently leading in the possibility of being the next governor of California for the Democratic candidate.
Yeah, I did see that. Who knows? Who knows what that even means? Who knows? I can't imagine. Well, who knows?
I mean, yeah, we know they're going to try to prop up Gavin Newsom. We know that. But I'm sorry, if you put Gavin Newsom up against J.D. Vance in a debate, J.D. Vance will eviscerate him.
It's not even going to be.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty.
Well, the only thing pretty on that stage will be Newsom because he is certainly a pretty boy and with skinny jeans. But I will tell you that he doesn't have the intellect that Vance does. So,
oh, absolutely not.
Who knows?
But Vance, Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense, they're out there doing what they said they're going to be doing, and it has been a long time since we've had government officials that are actually doing that.
Yeah, you're right. And look, and it's all leadership by strength, right? That's what his campaign promise was going to be. He just now signed an executive order saying that he just wants tariff reciprocity. So here's the deal. And they say, well, that's going to drive, Russ, they say that's going to drive up prices. Well, picture this. If any nation says we want to bring the tariffs down to 0% for what you bring into our country. Now imagine, Russ, if China said that. They export a whole bunch more than we import to them. So imagine now if there's if they decide they want to go zero tariff. Everything now from China comes zero tariff. How does that not bring down costs? It's got to. So,
it's got to. 100%.
It's one of those things to think about. I don't know how, if it would start a trade war or what it would do. Not sure, but look, it doesn't really matter. Sooner or later, they will capitulate because they want our money, period. And whether it be through selling us goods,
absolutely.
Whether it be through selling us goods or just simply giving them money like USAID and other departments have been giving them forever and ever. So.
Exactly. You're 100% right. I mean, the U.S. as a nation supports all these companies with our lifestyles of nice to haves, you know, and that's what supports these companies, these countries. And if we get rid of that, hey, love you, mean it.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Look, it's not
Deuces.
we're the piggy bank of the world. They're not gonna shit on their piggy bank. They're gonna do what they need to do to. Look, I mean, China right now, China's economy is in the toilet. People don't understand that. People don't follow that, but their economy is in the toilet because they've lost that tax base, right? There's only so many people now. They're not the adults there are not having children like they used to. That's why they rescinded that one-child policy. And so here's what's going to happen. Not only economically are they going to suffer, but military-wise, they're going to start suffering too. And they've actually started seeing that. So,
oh, absolutely,
yeah, really cool stuff. You're right. It would put a nail in the coffin for U.S. manufacturers. I agree with you there. But here's the deal. How much is manufactured here right now? And the fact of the matter is, they're never going to go to 0% unless they had some foresight and decided they were going to try to bury our economy, which then we just levy tariffs on them again. It would not be a problem.
But exactly, and you know, some of the executive orders and stuff that Trump has signed this week has just been, to me, hilarious. The 2-year limit on public housing, starts in 2026, and you got to 2028 to be out. Get back on your feet.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's only so much giving away we can do, and now they're finding all this fraud. They're finding all this wasted funds. Can you imagine? You know, they say that Social Security is going to be insolvent in 5 years. It's insolvent because they're stealing money from it. FEMA's out of money.
Exactly.
They're out of money because they're diverting FEMA money into illegal immigration. It's ridiculous. And now they're complaining that it's cost $14 million for what Doge has done so far. That it's cost. That was their price tag. $14 million.
Yeah, but they've uncovered, what's the Doge counter now? It's in the trillions now, right?
I think they've uncovered like over 100 billion already. Let's see what this Patrick says here.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Well, I'd like to.
I'd
like to know who that.
There's an admiral that won't make another freaking strike.
I'd like to know who that captain was, and be interested to see what type of hire that person was.
What? And evidently, there was another carrier or something like that ran aground over off San Francisco or San Diego.
Yeah, that was a little. Yeah.
And it's just unbelievable. I mean, that's what our woke military is bringing us.
And did you see that senator from, what the hell's his name? The guy that had a stroke.
Which one?
Right.
It's the one that you talked about.
The one that got me in trouble in Fetterman. Yeah. Fetterman now says, look. They say, look. He says, I think you've gone too far with taking away all this woke stuff out of the military. I think you've gone too far. So I don't know. Look, I don't know if this guy's stroke has started to wear off, and he needs to we need to give him another jab of that booster to give him. I can't say it because I got yelled at him. Anyway,
yeah,
stroke's wearing off. He's losing common sense.
Yeah, but that's another thing that yes, sometimes the tinfoil hat gets a little tight, but if you think about the average age of most congressmen and a lot of the illnesses and health issues that we know about, compare that to the post-jab deaths and the pre-existing health conditions that those folks had. Why is it not happening with the congressional folks?
Yeah, why? So you're saying, why haven't the side effects affected some of those older people
You
know why? You know why?
Yeah.
Why it didn't happen? Because they never took the damn jab. That's why. Because they knew better.
That's exactly what I think as
they
well.
They never took that damn poke.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think as well. Comedy. I mean, speaking of comedy, we got to play. Do we want to play? Let's talk. Let's talk a little bit about the Super Bowl.
Well, I don't know that that's comedy though, Russ, but I do want to talk about that. The thing of it is, New Orleans just can't catch a break. Is the problem? We all know they
can't. They really can't.
They had the terrorist attack, right? They had the guy drive the truck through all those people. Now, Russ, it just comes to light that there was another attack. I don't know. It's not even making the news right now. I'm telling you right now, you're the only people that know about this right now. So I uncovered this attack, and it's actually happened, Russ, during the Super Bowl.
Tragedy struck New Orleans once again. During the Super Bowl, 2 African-American males' careers were cut short. One eyewitness said shortly after halftime, they looked fine, then they just collapsed. New Orleans Police Department is looking for anyone who has any information that will lead to the arrest of these 2 men.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Russ, we witnessed the death of 2 careers on Super Bowl Sunday during the halftime show. Now, I know a lot of you guys didn't like that halftime show. I get it. I'm an old school rap guy, Russ, so I didn't mind it so much. But
I wish I could have heard it a little better.
Yeah.
And I even had my hearing aids, even though I had the one in this ear turned off because of the 2 lovely ladies that were sitting to my left, and I just couldn't hear it over them. But I love them I love them nonetheless. And we sat there and we did watch the Super Bowl, and from a sports perspective, when you have a 4-man rush that good, you're going to lose. I mean, the Eagles only rushed 4 almost the entire night.
There was no. They didn't even have to blitz, and that's it's kind of a slap in the face. I know this is not a sports show, but it's kind of a slap in the face to the Miami Dolphins who got rid of that defensive coordinator, and now the next year wins a Super Bowl. So there you go.
Yep.
You guys,
but and
I know. Look, here's the deal. I will never let anything get in my way of football, because here's my dilemma, Patrick. Here's my thing. I segment those athletes as nothing more than entertainers. I don't care what they say. They are nothing more than entertainers to me, like Sammy Davis Jr. was. Dance and sing. But these athletes don't care one thing what they say outside of that football field. Catch the ball, run the ball, throw the ball, score a touchdown, intercept, tackle. You're entertaining me. Your job is to entertain me. No different than any of these actors or anything else. So if you put that into perspective, like that, in that way right there, the rest of that crap doesn't bother you. I've loved football all my life, and I'm not going to let these bunch of buffoons break it for me. So
and some of the drama that goes on in football is better than most movies that are coming out nowadays.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
well, look, you got a love story going on in Kansas City. I think Taylor Swift has just wrote a new song called "I Thought You Were a Winner." So now that's gonna be that's a breakup song.
Yeah, well, and I mean, you posted earlier, I think, on Facebook about all these Swifties coming out with all these negative reviews on this restaurant that is owned by one of the Philadelphia players.
Yeah.
And the restaurant's been closed for how long?
It's so funny too. What the funny thing is I was reading on my feed on some of these social media platforms that when Travis Kelce went to a Taylor Swift concert, he was only met with cheers and this and that. But Taylor Swift was met with boos. Swifties just aren't like that. And then on Fox News today, this poor lady who owns a restaurant owned by one of the Philadelphia players. It's just her son's was actually played for Philadelphia. bought the restaurant for. Swifties just went on whatever the hell and reviewed 1-star reviews. My food was late. My chicken was raw. This, that. No, the place wasn't even open. They looked like idiots. So
Absolutely.
more of the psychotic left.
Exactly. Now, I made this comment while we were watching the Super Bowl, and I want to get the reaction from the peanut gallery over here, especially on Kick. Is it me, or when you saw Travis Kelce on the sideline, all dejected and sad, was it me, or did he really look like Fat Thor from Ragnarok?
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't realize that, but now that I look back on it, yeah, he was Fat Thor.
He was Fat Thor. I thought. I laughed about that as soon as it put in my head. I started laughing.
Now, Miss Melissa and Baby Girl have a crush on Thor. So,
well, I understand. I mean, if I was, that way, I probably would consider it too. But
and when I saw that there was now,
so they got to deal with us. So they can't handle.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I go, well, now that I know they like Fat Thor, I'm back on carbs, bro. I'm back on carbs.
Absolutely.
You like fat? Yeah. Welcome to the fat Italian guy. That's what you get.
Absolutely. Man,
Russ. Speaking of the Trump derangement syndrome, the Elon derangement syndrome that's happening now, the Democrats have now turned into a circus, a literal circus. There is a city in Massachusetts that is voting to become a transgender sanctuary, and let's run it. You tell me, guys.
I need the city to protect me because the federal government won't. And if you think you're afraid of Trump, you should see how afraid of Trump I am.
Okay. Can you wrap up, please?
I'm shaking right now. I don't want to be here. I'm sorry, am I taking too long pleading for my life? Can you look at me and tell me how many of my friends need to die before you do anything?
Please wrap up.
Look at me!
It's my day off. I do not want to be in your DMs. I do not want to be in your email inboxes. I do not want my creativity writing diss tracks like Kendrick. I don't want to spend an hour applying glitter on my face so that you will hear and see me.
Wow.
Unbelievable. And not only those craziness, we have all of the dim politicians. We're in a constitutional crisis. That's the new buzzword. Unbelievable.
It's so ridiculous, and it's all over. It's all over the news. The people that are complaining about Doge uncovering all of this stuff are the people that have the most to hide. It's only a matter of time.
We went from everything's going to be okay, nothing to worry about, to, oh my God, blink of the eye. Well, and it just blows my mind. They
already want to go ahead and pass a bill to impeach him.
Oh yeah,
already.
100%. Yeah, that was last week. I think we talked about that, and good luck with that. We control the Senate and the House. And I don't think they'll get enough people coming across from our side to theirs to make that happen.
Exactly. And by the way, that sanctuary circus that's going on is in Worcester. I think that's how they say it. Worcester, Massachusetts.
Worcester, Mass.
I'm sure those hard drives are all being checked if they haven't been bleached like Hillary did, Patrick. So, actually, what I'm going to do, Russ, I'm going to pull up the chat so everyone can see it here.
All righty.
That way, it's going. See everybody that's over there on Kick.
Yeah. I mean, there's just the amount of media that is coming out is just absolutely insane. You have people coming out now saying, yes, Hunter Biden did accept a bribe. but he's been pardoned by Daddy, so now he can't do anything. We can't do anything about it, at least on the federal level.
Mama Teresa corrected my pronunciation. Worcester.
Yeah. And speaking of, I saw this one come through when you read the when we ran that video for the St. Queer Circus.
Mm-hmm.
Mama Tooch says, "We don't like Fat Thor." Oh. And then Pissed Off Arborist came through and said, "Does purple hair have big red shoes?" Yeah, you're showing your age there, dude.
Let's see, what else we got here? It's about, let me go back to our notes here, Russ. Our Plan B notes. Oh, yeah.
Patrick 7 is saying that.
I just saw that. Let's find that.
Just busted a trans that was going to do a mass shooting on Valentine's Day. That's tomorrow. Well, I'm behind the power curve on that one.
Let's see. I'm gonna get rid of this, Russ.
That's fine. I'm gonna put that up. Kelly posted, and Kelly, keep us informed on your travel plans. As Pete said last night, you're welcome anytime you want to come on down. Did you find that thing about the trans on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I'm on it. Here we go. Indiana Teen Girls Valentine's Day Massacre. This was on February 13th. From the New York Post. Oh, these damn things. Get out of there. So it was a school.
Well, that's something else there. Oh, there's our
Trinity Shockley, 18, was arrested this week within days of police uncovering a plot to shoot up the Mooresville High School located in southwest Indianapolis, authorities said. Shockley was previously the center of a Mooresville community fundraiser after she was hit by a drunk driver on her way to school in 2022.
Guess she used her GoFundMe to go buy some freedom seeds and stuff, huh?
I reckon so. Wow. Okay. All right. Good catch there, Patrick.
He says that was a different one.
Really?
Yeah, he said that's a different one. The trans he was talking about is a white dude with long orange hair.
Wow. All right. Pissed Off Arborist has a questions for all the ladies in the house. And I'm going to assume V-Day is Valentine's Day.
As opposed to VD Day?
Potentially. She doesn't like going out the lady doesn't like going out to eat. And I've waited until the last minute. Also, she carries a Louis
Vuitton.
Oh, Louis Vuitton. Gotcha.
And gentlemen, remember this. Where do you want to be 9 months from now? Would you rather be fishing or changing diapers? I'm just going to leave it at that.
All right, ladies. So give Pissed Off Arborist some insight on what he should do in the last minute. Russ, there's a debate going on in my household.
Imagine
the
that.
Debate is, I know, right? Imagine that. The debate is, and I'm talking about, Russ, here's the deal. I'm getting heat because I didn't formally ask my bride to be my Valentine this year. Again, I'm catching flack for this. So do you have to, year after year, ask your wife to be a Valentine? Now, my argument is I did this 22 years ago when I asked you to marry me. You are my lifetime Valentine. I think every single year.
Let me ask, and I'll either get yelled at or smacked in the back of the head. Do I have to ask you to be my Valentine every year?
No, you're supposed to tell me that you're still my Valentine.
Oh, okay. I don't have to ask, according to my lovely bride. I don't have to
Mhm.
ask, but I'm supposed to tell her she's my Valentine every year.
Yeah. Well, there you go. When I said I do, that means I
I
do agree
did.
to be your
I do.
Valentine. I do hope you'll be my Valentine. I do. Blah. Just go down the line, and that's what that I do means. Right. Damn.
Oh, no.
Russ, Reverend Finch says it's going to be an immaculate conception.
Well,
The,
Rev, if you do, name it after me. That's all I say. If you don't do anything I wouldn't do, and if you do, name it after me.
there you go. Amy over there on Facebook says every year, every day. Okay.
Ah.
So now I'm not sure. Are you agreeing with me, Amy, or are you agreeing with my wife?
Ah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Your wife has
not-
responded.
I'm not alone in this, by the way. Javi agrees that that's what he has to put up with also.
But your lovely bride has responded. I'm going to pop it up here on the screen.
Oh, I got it, yeah. Oh, for the love of sweet baby Jesus.
Kelly says Meta only wants M&Ms.
Perfect. Now, look, I don't know what a pissed off arborist is going to do. His wife's carrying around Louis Vuitton, and
But Susie has an answer for him. Susie has an answer for him. Let me find it.
I got it.
There you go.
Yeah, just go ahead and buy one of those, and then that way, if she's mad at you, at least you have one of those and a mad wife. Like most other days, now you just have an extra gun. So carry on with that. I like it.
Rev says he bought a dozen chocolate-covered strawberries, but they were delicious. Rev, I think you're supposed to give them to her, not eat them prior. Just saying.
Amy's with Mama. She agrees with Mama.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh,
all right. Well, guys, I need.
The birds.
In that case, then I need ideas too. I'm with the pissed off arborist at this point.
Yep, 100%, absolutely.
Oh, there's your answer right now. Miss Tooch says, "Get her some matching shoes to go with that purse."
Battle Gnome says he got his wife something cool, but since she might be in here, he can't say what. And
right. Well, here's the deal.
12 hours to get it.
There you go. Now, Chrissy's complaining about Guy also, saying he never asked me. He did ask you when he left upstate New York, drug his little midget butt down here and hung out with you. There you go. That's his asking you. That's his telling you. That's everything right there. He uprooted his entire life to be with his Valentine every day.
Exactly.
So.
And, guys, we are historically, it's in our DNA, we are historically bad when it comes to romance. But, sometimes you got to play the game in order to win the prize. That's all I'm going to say.
See, this is an easy one right here. That's easy.
Wings and tacos.
Susan, that's why us guys in the tribe love you. Easy to please. It's a done deal. And by the way, we are eating tacos on Saturday night at the Eden Army 2.0 get together.
Friday night.
Friday night. Gotcha.
And it's T-minus 8 days, guys. T-minus 8 days till return to Eden. The T-shirts have been mailed, and we're looking at somewhere close to 40 people that we're expecting.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm not even going to go there on that one.
Oh, God. I just threw up in my mouth after reading that a little bit.
Look at Ma Weatherman's in the house. She posted this. That's awful sweet of Chris's dad.
See, they don't make men like that anymore, Mama.
No. And I will
No.
say, up until Teresa retired, officially retired, I gave her roses on Valentine's Day and her anniversary and her birthday, without fail. It didn't matter whether I was deployed, over in Iraq, whatever. I always made sure I did that. But since she's deployed and we live so far out of the way, and plus the price of roses have freaking skyrocketed.
Yeah.
But she knows.
But, here's the thing. Valentine's presents. I bought her 40 acres up in northern Wisconsin. She has 10 acres in Florida.
You did that without her without asking.
But I was thinking of her, Russ. That's the
story,
point.
Man. You tell it how you want to hear it.
She drives a fancy car. I mean, come on. What else can I do? There's nothing else. I just need to become Fat Thor and be done with it.
Absolutely. Well, Susan, we will be here. We ain't going nowhere.
The fire will still be burning for you, young lady, when you get here.
I'm absolutely sure that. And we'll save you some taco stuff on the side. We'll make sure we fix you a plate to have when you get here.
Yeah, you'll be well fed, and we'll make sure you imbibe heavily before we tuck you in for the night. You'll be just fine, young lady. I promise.
Absolutely. Speaking of imbibing heavily, I know you reached out, Pete, to Woodford to see about getting us sponsorship, considering as much as we promote their product
allegedly,
but I think what we need to do, maybe we can get our listeners to maybe stir the pot a little bit. I mean, I have faith in our listeners.
So what you're saying is put the Eden Army on Woodford.
Absolutely, guys. See the QR code up in the upper left, because I'm just a craziness like that. This is to their contact page. Go to their contact page. Go down for a reason for it. Say other. Tell them about our podcast. Why not? What's it going to hurt? Tell them about our podcast. Tell them about it. We always drink Woodford. We're looking for a little sponsorship. We'll be happy with a bottle. Yeah. It'd be really happy if it was
just
a bottle
to show that they
appreciate
appreciate our dedication to their product.
100%, absolutely.
Every Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Battle Gnome. I don't know if you remember. Well, let me rephrase this. I know you don't remember, but I actually tucked you in at
code. That's awesome.
I actually tucked you in at the Fallout this last year. So
yep, that Firefly vodka and Bojangle sweet tea took care of Corey.
Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. It does come with age. It's seasoning, as far as I'm concerned. Now, it doesn't affect women like it affects us guys, unfortunately. I think it's gravity, right? I think we just go outward because we have a strong muscle mass, right? Now, women don't have a strong muscle mass, so they can't fight those effects of gravity. So I'm not sure exactly what happens to their stuff, Russ. I'm not sure. So, but we don't talk about that, right?
Rev, I'll take the 0 on the MD 2020. I did more than enough of that in my teen years.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll have to take the 0 on that one.
T, it's good seeing you, brother. We were supposed to have Jacks on tonight. She's out bushwhacking and doing her thing, so we couldn't quite get a signal. So now me and Russ, unfortunately, are ad-libbing for this hour, and it's a shit show. So, look, I'll give you a link to get on and bail us out, T.
But I had to say, I did mention it earlier because we were worried about Jacks not being able to get on. I said, "Do you want me to call T?"
You did.
Have him on standby, and you're like, "Nah, we'll just swing it." So you getting what you asked for, brother.
No, I feel bad for our viewers here, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not even gonna put that. Oh, you put it
I
up.
will.
I wasn't even gonna put that up.
I'll put it up.
Yeah.
I ain't scared.
Susie, I think I just lost my one time for the year. Son of a gun.
Well,
T, you're a master at this. I unfortunately do not have the gift of gab. You're you're a professional.
Well, Pete, in your defense, T is quite good, but he did call in you the other week to bail him out.
It is. Well, I wouldn't bail him out. He just asked if I wanted to come to his show and talk about poop. And I said, absolutely. I am there.
Poop and drinking piss.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about poop and pee, and boom, we got it.
It was another great show.
Oh, I haven't dug myself in a hole. Koala says it's a crater at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
Goodness gracious. And look, the women are ganging up on us now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But that's okay. We have each other's back, my brother.
Yeah.
We'll go down together. We'll go down fighting. We'll go down swinging.
Ball of fire and flames.
Absolutely. You see what Will asked?
That's a good question. Yeah.
So
Will asked how Birchwood Burning #2 is coming. Me and Russ now where he's holding my feet to the fire. He's making me write every day. So we're moving along quite good on that. I don't know when. Thanks, T. I don't know when exactly it's going to be done, but it's moving along. Guys, I have some news. I'm not going to let it out right now. But remember, we did that weird thing called Eden Army Productions. Let's just say that we've signed some deals, and you're going to see something in the near future under the Eden Army Productions umbrella that I think you're really going to enjoy, and I look forward to introducing you once again to a great author that is now going to work under our umbrella. So you guys are going to dig it. I think it's going to be good for everybody.
I think they're going to dig it as well. You will have probably Birchwood 2 and Eden Army 4 out before I ever get mine finished because I'm kind of slow rolling it. But it is coming. It's coming together. Pete is holding my feet to the fire, and I've been putting words to paper, and we'll see where it goes.
Why not? There's a few. It's your story. You write it, brother. That's what it always counts. I never just. Can I get a? Let's see here, Reverend Finch. Is he coming out for the?
Yes, he will. He will be here.
Yes, Finch. You can certainly get a paperback next week.
Yeah. We're going to have quite a few people here. I know Battle Gnome and Mrs. Gnome will be here, coming from North Carolina. Kelly and Meta will be here from North Carolina. I believe they, other than us, we're already down here. I think those are the only ones from out of state that are coming. But no, I take that back. Fireman Ed will be here. Hobby and his lovely bride will be here. And Diana wants first read. Well, I will see what we can do about it, Diana. Right now, currently, what I have written for the most part, Miss lovely Mama Tucci has it, and I'm curious as to her input. My lovely bride has read it, and she is also adding some of the more political aspects of it because I have gotten into this political arena of knowing more about politics than I really, really wanted to, thanks to this guy right here, that guy.
You got to be in the loop, brother. You got to be in the loop.
Yep. And I'm not hating it as much as I normally do, as long as my lovely bride gives me a little bit of time in the morning to have a cup of coffee and a cigarette or two before she's like, oh, by the way, because she gets up usually about an hour before I do. She's already gotten her coffee and nicotine and caffeine fix, and she's ready to talk about this stuff. And I'm like, whoa, time out. Just time out. Give me a second. Just give me a little bit. Yeah, I'm throwing gang signs, man. Throwing gang signs. West side.
Those crib signs up. Oh, baby girl was grumpy the other day, so and I won't do this at the get together, first of all. But she was grumpy the other day. She had to go to work, so I did the crip walk past the bathroom door while she was getting her makeup and hair ready, and she just started dying. She's like, "You're an idiot."
Yeah. Well, speaking of baby girl, I got to give her props. She sat there after the ruck march that you guys did, and she asked you to take her to the range. And she went out to the range. I think that was Sunday morning, I believe. And I don't know how long it's been since she's shot with you, but baby girl was shooting quarter size groups right off the bat. I was impressed.
I told you.
I was impressed.
When crap goes down and I'm wounded, Russ, and I have an option to throw my firearm to either my wife or a baby girl, kiddo's getting it. I'm throwing it to her, and she's gonna clean house. If there's anybody left by the time she wakes up, to be honest with you, because she'll clean house all by herself.
Absolutely, Patrick. Go ahead and snap, brother. Come on down next weekend. We're gonna have a great time.
It's just,
Corey,
here's the deal. It's just a get together. It's just an appreciation for what you guys do for us. So get your ass in a rental car, come down, spend a day or two, and hang out. It's a look, Russ. Honestly, it's a shit show, right? It's just a bunch of us getting crazy,
around the
hanging
fire,
out,
getting drunk,
laughing. And now, like you were about to mention, Corey is going to do a class or two about comms.
And we are going to have the range open from 9 to 12 on Saturday. Meta, if you are in here, you're in charge, just so you know.
So here's what I decided to do this year, Russ. I decided that if anybody wants to shoot, I'd be happy to be out there with them or whatever. But we're going to open at 9, and we're promptly closing it at 12 noon. That's it. Period. End. Shut her down, baby. Because I know. Look, I can't. I took a lot of heat last year from Meta. I go, all right, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. Let's see here. Yeah.
But
you heard him.
Yep.
You heard him right.
Yep, you're in charge. But we have the range all nice and cleaned up. It looks very nice out there. We'll be doing some other handyman dish type stuff around the Casa de Rebertucci between now and the event.
Yeah. Here's what we need to mention, Russ, because everybody was just whining about, I'm getting bit by mosquitoes, ticks, blah, chiggers. I'm actually having somebody come out Wednesday and spray the entire property because you guys whine so much. Mostly Griff. I know Griff isn't on right now.
Griff and Christie.
Yeah.
Griff and Christie.
Well, yeah. Well, if you keep, here's the deal too, Christy and Guy. If you keep your clothes on for more than an hour, then the ticks might not get on you so much. So there you go. That's where I'm at with that.
Yeah. Having said that, they've been pretty bad already this year. I've picked two ticks off of me and have several chigger bites, and that's just from laying down under the camper, hooking up the dump tank and going to the range. And I the second one I found this evening when I came to take a shower prior to the podcast, and it was right here on my wrist.
Yep. They're out. You know why? Because we were cold for so long, Russ, and then we had that warm snap. But it looks like we're going to get cold again. So, yes, Wednesday, somebody's coming out to spray for everything. Don't worry about it.
But one thing they're not spraying for? Snakes.
Oh, Russ, don't go there. I wasn't even going to go there. I wasn't going to freak everybody out with the huge water moccasin that crawled in my condenser.
Or the pygmy rattlesnake that Melissa killed last week.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to talk about that.
Yeah, but I'd rather be forearmed and, forewarned. And that way they know to just be careful and cognizant of where they're walking. Situational awareness is a thing. I don't know if your homeowner's insurance would cover a drunk idiot walking around and sticking their hand underneath them.
I've got a tractor and a bunch of lye, and so I don't even worry about that. We just put them in the hole. It's a done deal. But the good news is, Russ, about the water moccasin and the pygmy rattler is we did see a 6-foot snake today.
We did, but it was only a little rat snake, little 6 foot little. But and it was over there by the goat pen.
Susie, and they eat those things. So
see, once again, this is why we love Susan. I love it.
Yeah, she's true.
Snakes are friends and food.
But some people just don't like. Some people don't like any snakes. Some people don't like any snakes at all, right, Russ? I know. Now, Chris had a thing in one of his books. I don't remember what it was.
It was a snake kind of snake.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, exactly. What kind of snake was it? It's a snake kind of snake. The Lala has committed to coming. I will double check with him because sometimes when he makes commitments, Mick Ultra is running low, this and that, the other thing. So I'll reconfirm that. But yeah, he should be there.
But I think it's going to be a good time, man. You and I personally should have a better time because we'll actually be able to get some sleep. While I do enjoy cooking a hog, it is time consuming and pretty labor intensive. But this year, you guys are, we're doing a taco bar and burgers and dogs on Saturday. So if you don't like it, bring your own.
Yeah. Like I said, this is just a get together, hang out, do your thing. Well, I'm definitely not staying up all night because I want to enjoy this one, Russ. I want to really enjoy it. I don't want to be tired the next day. And then Melissa says, "Oh, you're so grumpy. You got so many of your friends here. Now you're grumpy." Like, oh, it's been up for 36 hours. It kind of happens.
It does. It really does.
So, Russ, that's all I got for this evening. We guys, I apologize for not getting Jacks on, but she's doing what Jacks does, man. She's going out there living her best life. And I promise we'll get her back on at a later date because you are definitely going to want it. Russ, I had so many good questions for her. I dug deep into the rabbit hole. I dug deep.
You really did.
So I'm going to make sure I save those questions for the next time she's on because I think I'm going to try. I might get her to the point where she's almost wanting to cry that she's so happy.
Oh, wow. Well, the one thing we didn't mention, and I'm going to throw this up on the screen. Guys, if you haven't signed up yet for Troy's Gate, you don't know what you're missing. There's several folks in the Kick Chat that went through it last year, and a lot of them have signed up and go through it again. Teresa and I have signed up to go through it again as well. I can't stress enough how much of a difference this type of training makes. Teresa told us just today or last night, I believe it was, that it wasn't until Troy's Gate that she actually started really taking it serious to make sure she carried anytime she left the property. And, we all at the house, we got guns laying all over the place, but, leaving the property at home, going into town, even here, going into town, she ran to Publix today. She was packing. Troy's Gate will open your eyes, folks. I can't stress it enough.
Absolutely. Russ, give us your final words, brother.
Guys, I started off, when he first popped on about, passing on knowledge. And I can't stress that enough. Get to know your folks. Pass on your knowledge. Get more training. And you know, I say it pretty much every week. Everybody has a birth date and an end date. Worry about the dash. You know, the rest of it will take care of itself just like it always does. But that's all I got for tonight, Pete.
Sounds good, brother. Guys, just to add to what Russ says, you know, Melissa went out last night, taught a pressure canning class, just out of the goodness of her heart, just because we want to add to that preparedness community that we already have. So it helps us all, right? So get there, get your preps going, get the training, and be safe, guys. If you can't be safe.
Thanks for watching the Eden Army podcast. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And remember, be safe. If you can't be safe, be dangerous.